How much longer? Hi guys! Hello! Hey guys! Hello! Welcome back to my channel. And yes, this is Queentas. I live here in the UK with my very awesome British husband. And we're back. And again, this is a continuation of our series about UK visa applications. So, if you are into this topic, please stay tuned and watch until the end of the video because this is a very important topic that I'm going to be discussing. And it's about delays, about interruptions, about holdups in your UK visa application. So, are you fed up of waiting? Are you fed up of stressing? How long is it gonna take? How much longer are you still gonna wait? I'm gonna explain to you in this video why delays are happening, why are there interruptions in the visa processing here in the UK, and how you can avoid to go through those delays and interruption. Okay, so again, yes, if you are a first timer in my channel, please don't forget to give me a like and to drop your comment, and also to subscribe to my channel in the end. Okay, all right, so I know guys that the lockdown in some areas have already been relaxed and the economy is being brought back, not as normal as it was before. Governments are slowly doing their best, and those people that have been waiting for this, especially those who have been longing to continue and further continue their application on their UK visas, are really praying for this. So with the pandemic, it's already been a given reason that there are loads of delays because of the closure of the certain offices, processing centers. Now, the delays that I'm going to be discussing to you, you don't want to further the interruptions and the processing of your visa. So to avoid that, please stay tuned. Okay, so to be honest guys, every visa processing is a very complicated job. So there are motives for delays, and I've already been telling you many times that UK visa processing is one of the most complicated and scrutinized all over the world. Very strict. Okay, so again, as a disclaimer, I'm not an immigration expert, and I'm doing these researches and videos because my own visa journey has compelled me to help you out there that are going to this process or planning to go to this process in a way that you will not go through that emotional hula hoop that I have been through. So I've been receiving email of how people were able to do their application and how my channel was able to help them, and it's such a huge accomplishment for me as a YouTuber. So my only request is please don't forget to drop me a like, give me a thumbs up, and subscribe to my channel. Okay, and yes guys, when you submit your application, and of course all you wanted to do is to make sure that after the standard or regular time that it says on the website, you're gonna get the results. It's everyone's hope, but in the reality, it does not always happen like that. Why? Because as I said, there could be reasons for holdups or interruptions or delays. So, for example, the standard time limit, it says, is within 2 to 3 weeks. Then it could turn up to be 2 to 3 months. So you don't want your waiting to be like, like sleepless night, stressful waiting. Okay, so please do take note of the reasons that I'm gonna tell you later on. All right, and granting that everything is true or everything is correct in the application and with the applicant, there is still a possibility that it could be delayed. Okay, so why is there a delay? Of course, as I said, the immigration process, not only in the UK but everywhere, is a very complicated job. And here in the UK, it gets more complicated since 2017, 2018, 2019, and now 2020 because of the pandemic. So I'm gonna be discussing some of the updates, other relevant issues that happened with the visa application here in the UK, brought by the pandemic or COVID-19. So I hope that you will continue to follow me in this series of my visa videos. Now, if your application is not straightforward and it has also a very complicated condition, then it is a recipe for a delay or interruption. So, in these circumstances, instead of your visa being processed with the normal standard time, it can take longer. All right? So, what are the main reasons or grounds for your visa processing here in the UK to be delayed? Are you ready? Are you ready, honey? Mm-hmm. Okay, so number one here for me is incorrect paperwork. Remember, incorrect paperwork. As simple as, guys, and this is really, really true, it can totally hurt your application massive or big time. As simply as submitting dim photos or submitting pages without proper signature, or as simply as making an error in your figures. This could cause the Home Office to hold the application and require you to correct the error. So it depends on how soon you will be able to provide the correction. That means that that period is already lost and wasted. So this is why I'm always saying, don't be in a hurry. Don't be so excited. My niece did this. She's so in a hurry and she missed providing one of her bank statements. And it cost her not only time but money because she has to reapply. So I always say, take your time, review your paperwork. I am very careful. For the many times that I did a visa application here in the UK, I'm really careful. I go through each page. And if I have to rewrite it again, I will do it, rather than the immigration officer or the entry clearance officer denying my application or delaying my application. So it's very important to have all your paperwork correctly filled out. Okay? So that's number one. Number two, unpaid fees. So obviously every application, guys, has its corresponding fees to be paid. And so is the UK visa application. And each visa category has different visa fee. So sometimes you have paid the fee, but it's not the correct amount. Or you have paid a fee for a wrong visa. So it can cause a delay in the processing because it will be flagged, and you will receive a notification that this has not happened. And you have to remember there are also other like expenses or requirements related to that category that may rise. For example, NHS surcharge, no honey. So like if you're applying for a spouse visa, there is a fee for that, a fee for this, not just application fee. So you have to pay the correct fees, guys, to avoid delays and to avoid interruption. I'm checking my list so that I'm not going to I'm making sure that I'm not missing anything. So I've discussed about the incorrect paperwork, then the fees. Okay, so the next one is also very important, and this is actually very, very important. This is verifying your documents and credentials. So did you submit verifiable credentials and documents? So for example, if you don't want to get delays in your application, make sure that you provide the evidences in your applications which are verifiable, because every caseworker are different. Some can be just like relying on your paperworks, but some, I have experienced this. I'm applying for our marriage. No, we are applying for our registry. And we went to this registry, and I presented my passport with my visa on it, and they even called the embassy right in front of me. So that is already a visa on my passport. And on my very first time here, I was held up in the immigration because my visa was not actually like aligned. It's not properly aligned as it was attached to that page on my passport, and they had to call the UK embassy in the Philippines to check whether my visa is authentic. Now this is already a visa, guys. Now for your application, if you provide any document to support, any evidence to support, may it be bank account, what else? Certificates or employment, make sure that it's verifiable. Make sure that it's authentic, it's genuine, so that it could not result into any delay. And specifically, guys, and this is for the visa for entrepreneur, it will take longer time because the Home Office are checking and taking time to check the revenues, reserves, and the trade tactics, and they are to be evaluated. So for example, you are in this category, you have to make sure that all your documents that you are providing are verifiable, and will so that the additional time can be eliminated. Okay, so also I want to warn you that you cannot make any submission which are incorrect, because it will not only hurt your application, it will result to an automatic refusal and probably ban here in the UK. So you don't want to do that, okay? And then the next one is other evidences, provision of other evidences. So the Home Office can request additional evidence to support your application. Probably they want to either deny you or approve you. However, to make that certain decision, they want to ask additional evidence from you. I had this experience, guys, when during my first application, I applied for a visiting pastor here in the UK. I was invited, and I'm really a minister, a young a youth pastor, and I was asked to provide evidences that I am really doing that stuff, because before there were people that are applying for this, but they were not actually genuinely ministers. However, I am a kind of person that I keep things like, for example, photos, cards, all sorts of things that were given to me during my ministry time, and tapes when I was during the time they were still tapes, and they are not videos, but they were what do you do what do you call the videos before? Betamax?
It's VHS, whatever.
VHS. Yeah, I have kept so much of them, and so I was invited to provide evidence that I am actually a minister, and I brought them to the embassy, and voila, I was approved of the visa. So if you were not able to provide whatever additional document they were asking from you, then they could decide whether they would refuse the application. So it is very crucial that you respond to that request. The next reason for delay is a seasonal issue. For example, during summertime or Christmas time, there will be like loads of application. There will be more applications than the other period during the year. So this can affect all the applications, not only yours, but all the applications. So it will like pile up. There will be more work to do, and that is why it can cause delay. And also during this time, because of the volume of the application, it will slow the work first of the home office. So you have to expect delay in your application. And last but not the least, and this is very important, to avoid delay, you should make sure that you have no poor immigration history. So the poor immigration history, guys, can definitely affect and delay, cause interruption in your application. Because, for example, especially now in these days, there are internets, there are interface with every like immigration, the Interpol. We call it the Interpol. Is that right, honey?
International police.
International police.
All immigration systems can be accessed all over the world.
Yeah. So the borders. So all immigration borders can be accessed now through. They have interface with the internet. So you don't have to even say that you have a poor history, because it will come up. It will come up. Like criminal, if you have been denied of a UK visa, if you have been made to go home because of a violation, here in the UK, if there is an imprisonment issue, or if there any offense or felony that will result to possible refusal or possible delay or possible really interruption in your application. So sometimes you can just let a solicitor represent you and explain in your application why this and that happened to your immigration history, because it can happen. Sometimes it's an honest mistake, so it depends on the gravity of the offense. So this is where you have to seek advice and seek help from professionals, and of course it entails fees and cost. So anyway, guys, I hope that you like this video that I shared to you. I hope that this is helpful. And if you have not seen my other videos, I have biggest mistakes in the application, in the visa. I have been working on other visa, and please do watch out. I'll be discussing more relevant issues these days about these applications, and I hope that you guys will reach out to me if you have any questions that I was not able to discuss in this video, and I will be more than willing and happy to get back to you as soon as I have the chance. You could always drop your comments down below, and you could always get in touch with me via email. It is queentas68@gmail.com. I hope you guys stay safe and continue to take care of yourselves. I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye bye.